Hello, welcome to part 3. This will be I think the final part of the night, at least here on my phone, last video of the night that I'm going to record. Probably not. Because at some point I would like to get some form of gaming done tonight, if I could. Yeah, I know I would try to do it, tomorrow night, but I want to sleep in tomorrow night a little bit, and I want to do some editing. Because pretty much the rest of the year, obviously on my channel, it's just going to be a bunch of random stuff like this that'll be uploaded. But back secured. Only got one thing of Cinnabons this time. Man, I swear, every time when she gives me free food, we end up talking for like at least 20 minutes. It's really the only time we see each other, like in person, other than just, play iMessage games and snap each other all the time. I mean, in fact, I think she's my oldest friend on Snapchat. Because I've had Snapchat since the day before my 15th birthday. Yeah, I think that was, because that's when I got my iPhone 5C. Yeah, that was my first iPhone. Yeah, now look at me, I have the 11. And I'm more likely going to, I mean, I could upgrade my phone. This phone's completely paid off. All I do is just pay for service of $45 a month. With unlimited data. Because, well, when I go on walks, I like to record or, for the most part, play Pokemon Go. What if I have a spoofer? And I feel like there's kind of no need for me to walk around, really. I do a lot of walking when, I'm at Walmart, at work. Or when I'm, doing something like this, like walking over to Taco Bell, grabbing some free food, talking to my friend over there, and Crush. All in one person. But, it's whatever, I guess. But yeah, I fell asleep probably around 3 o'clock. I originally went upstairs at around 9 o'clock. Laid in bed for a little while. And then they were telling me at like noon, like, hey, we're not going to bed for a little bit, so you can come down and hang with us if you're trying to make a decision whether or not if you want to go in tonight or call off. I'm like, okay. I didn't say okay, but in my head I said okay, and I just kind of, put my shirt on, put my shorts on, because I sleep in my underwear, because I feel like I can sleep a lot better with just my underwear nowadays. I know, call me weird, but get my shorts and my shirt on, get my glasses on, grab my phone, grab my iPad, actually no, I didn't grab my iPad because I had YouTube playing on my iPad for the inevitability of me when I end up falling asleep. So I come downstairs, I hang out for a little bit. I go back upstairs probably around, I think around 2 o'clock. So I was downstairs for an extra 2 hours. I didn't really fall asleep. I was just, laying in bed, watching YouTube, playing games, playing Pokemon Go. But, yeah. All right. Yeah, these are probably cold now. But, oh well. But yeah. I went upstairs at around 2 o'clock. Took my shirt off, took my shorts off, took my glasses off, laid there in bed for about another, another hour and a half until like 3:30. I'm like, you know what, I should try to get some sleep. All my alarms on my phone kept going off, which I honestly need to stop using my 4 o'clock alarm because it's just annoying, especially in the cases where I end up falling asleep around noon. And just only have my 6 o'clock, my 7 o'clock, and my 8 o'clock alarms. And I have multiple 8 o'clock alarms. I have my actual alarm clock on the other side of the room that goes off every day at 8 o'clock that I have to physically get up and walk my ass over to it to turn it off. The reason I like that is because if I have my alarm right by me, I'm not going to want to get up. I'm going to turn it off and be like, shut the hell up. And just, go back to sleep. But since it was, the day, I guess I ended up going back to sleep for about another hour and 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh shit, I looked at the time like, oh, it's like 10 after 9. I gotta make a decision. So I was like, you know what? I'll talk to my HR person whenever she gets back. So I called off, which if I end up getting pointed for it in the end, that's on me. Which means hopefully nothing bad will happen within the next 6 months. Because my first point goes off in, I believe, February. So if she can't take it off until 6 months, which would be February when I get a full free point to use, I hope nothing majorly happens between then and now. But, yeah. Because I kept looking at my points all week. I'm like, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Well, actually, at first it was 1.5, which I'm like, okay, cool. So they didn't put in the two other points that those 2 days that I ended up calling off. So that was a regular policeman in a statey going down Church Street. And then that was my last 2 days off, which was last Tuesday and Wednesday, where I still had 1.5. And I look Thursday, I'm like, oh, 2 points. Interesting. And it's been 2 ever since. And, well, now it's probably going to end up being 3. Well, 3.5. The most you can have before getting, fired is 3.5. As the current state right now, I'm at 3.5. So yeah. I just lost my train of thought when I was walking past those 2 people outside the bar. Oh, right. So yeah, the most points that you can have before getting fired is 3.5. So if you get another half point for coming in halfway in your shift or leaving early, you will end up with half a point and you will more likely get fired. Or if you call off, then sucks to suck, I guess. You're fired. So, yeah. And now I really have to pee. I don't even know how far I am from the house right now, honestly. But I'm a genuinely fast walker, so I'm good. I should be fine. Keyword should be. Man, I haven't walked around the streets of town in the daylight in such a long time. I think the last time was during Go Fest. Yeah, Pokemon Go Fest. This past summer. I mean, it's obviously October now, so it's obviously Halloween. And also, speaking of Halloween, they just also announced the Pokemon Go Halloween event. Splitting it up in half. 4 new Pokemon being debuted. They're all Gen 6. We have Phantump and Trevenant, as well as Punkaboo and Gourgeist, both from Gen 6. Which is nice, because, you know, literally about half of Gen 6 currently exists in the game. But, you know, you have to kind of... Developers are working to get, you know, all the Pokemon added. Because I haven't completed any part of the Pokédex since, like, 100% complete since August 20th. Because the only 2 I really needed, I think, were just legendaries. No, I needed Heracross and Corsola, because they're the only region exclusives that are in Gen 2. And, well, I got them. Heracross was thanks to raids. But the the Corsola, I had to spoof. You know, use my Pokemon Go spoofer. Or I guess you could say iPogo. I spoofed down to Florida. Since, you know, it can only be found down over there. And, you know, that should be a good video topic for me to actually talk about. Not on my main channel, but maybe on like a side channel. Like Pokemon missing from Pokemon Go, or all the Pokemon that I need for a certain region, or just like give like a monthly update. At the top of my head, as far as I know of, because I just got, because earlier this week I only needed 6 of Gen 3, and now I only need 3 of Gen 3. The 6 I needed were Wailord, Crawdaunt, Milotic, Kecleon, which is not in the game, Kecleon, which is not in the game, Kyogre, and Jirachi. Jirachi is only available through the special research event thing. So, yeah, I'm kind of working on that special research to get it. Kyogre, you can only get Kyogre through raid battles. So whenever they do a Gen 3 thing, okay. Mad for what? Light never turned to green. I must have known no word for my channel. But yeah, Kecleon is not in the game. It's actually the oldest Pokemon, at least by generation, that isn't like fully in the game. So you can never complete your Hoenn Pokédex. So that's why a lot of people are sitting at 134 out of 135. Because that final 135th is Kecleon. To get Milotic, you need 100 Phoebus candies, but you have to walk 20 kilometers with Phoebus as your buddy. For Crawdaunt, well, you just need 50 Corphish candy. And Corphish is kind of rare. It's kind of a rare encounter. And to get Whale Lord, 400 candy just to evolve. And we're at the house. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you later.